Hi, I'm Jeremy Stafford, handgun editor for Guns & Ammo Magazine. Today we're going to talk about the Wilson WCP 320, or Wilson Combat Pistol 320, which is a collaboration between Wilson and SIG. And we'll get to the collaboration part in a little bit, but right now I want to talk about the part that is all Wilson, and that is this fantastic WCP grip module. So rather than go the route of 3 different sized grip modules like SIG did, which is fantastic and works well, what Wilson did was they found a size that they optimized. So it sits right in between the small and medium sized SIG frames, but it works really well for hands that are small all the way up through hands that are extra large. And the way they did that was by adding a lot more contouring to it. And when I say adding more contouring, you know, we have the undercut at the trigger guard and the nice high cut in the tang underneath the beaver tail, which allows for a good high grip on the pistol. But they've also changed the shape. You can see that it is much rounder in profile than the stock. And then they've added in these scoops on the side that allow for easy access to controls. And they've built in this really nice magazine well, which not only makes it so that you have really fast reloads, but it also kind of gathers the hand up and pushes it into the undercut on the trigger guard, which makes for a very secure, very repeatable grip. And then they've added in their starburst pattern and some really nice stippling, which is almost like sandpaper texture on the front strap and back strap. Now, I tend to really like aggressive stippling. That being said, they've done a really good job with finding that sweet spot between aggressive and too aggressive to where it can abrade the hands over a long day of shooting, or more importantly, snag cover garments. So you're not going to get that with this grip texture. So if you're looking for a concealed carry texture, this is really well done. A couple of the other things that they've done, of course you have the equipment rail, and you also have provision so that if you want to put tungsten weights on the inside, if you're looking to compete with the gun, you want a little more heft, you can go ahead and do that. Let's talk about the trigger. So all of the WCP 320s come with the X Series trigger, which is a fantastic trigger to begin with. But this one comes with the optional gray guns. And this is really a fantastic trigger. So I don't want to get all too much into the hyperbole here, but the trigger started at 3.1 pounds, and by the time I was done shooting it with my initial 500 rounds, it had settled in at 2 pounds 7 ounces, and it is a slick little trigger. So if you have the means to upgrade it, then by all means I highly recommend this Gray Guns trigger. It makes a good trigger into a great trigger. Let's talk now about the collaboration part, and that is the slide and barrel. So what Wilson has done is they've taken the SIG slide and barrel, and then they do the final finishing in-house. And they didn't do that to cut corners because they didn't want to do it themselves. Rather, it's a testament to the fact that SIG makes a really good slide and a really good barrel. So why recreate the wheel? They do the final fitting in-house, and then they add their X-Tac pattern to the front, to the rear, and to the top of the slide. Now the X-Tac pattern is nice because it gives you enough purchase to be secure if your hands are wet or sweaty, but it's not so much that it's going to abrade your hands or chew up holsters or anything like that. And the X-Tac along the top isn't just decorative, but it also helps break up glare. So if you're out shooting and it's real bright outside, sometimes you can get glare, which will fatigue your eyes. You're not going to get that with this, or you're going to get much less of it. And that works in concert with the fantastic Wilson battle sights. Now, these battle sights, I have them on several of my own pistols. They give you a nice, generous rear notch and a nice bright fiber optic up front. But that fiber optic also has enough meat on it, meaning that you can do nice precision work. The dot doesn't overwhelm the front sight, and you can still use a traditional sight picture if you want to do some precision work, some accuracy work, some bullseye work, things of that nature. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the fact that rather than just use DLC, which is a fantastic finish on its own, Wilson has gone the extra mile, and they have a tungsten underlayer and a chromoly underlayer, and then they apply the DLC. So this slide should really wear like iron. All in all, Wilson has taken an already proven platform in the 320, and they've taken it to the next level. I highly recommend it. If you have the chance to check one out, please do. Thanks for watching and have a great day.